I was first a director of Wollongong City Council Employees Credit Union in '64, and then a director of Southern Counties Credit Union in 1982, and then further Horizon Credit Union in 1995. Same credit union, different name by merger. When I joined originally joined the board of Wollongong City Council Employees, my main reason, I suppose, at the time was I thought I could give some service, but underneath that I was studying at the time and I was very interested in just how business worked from the inside. But once I became a member of the board, I then saw the value of credit unions, their friendliness, their openness, their honesty with people, and the fact that they genuinely cared. And from then on, I was quite committed to the credit union principles. The reason I joined really was to get a loan for a car. I think that amount was about $800. And at that time, you could not get a loan for anything like that from a bank because the major banks owned all the hire purchase companies who charged exorbitant rates. So I was really excited when I joined the credit union and got my first loan. The excitement never ends. I'm very much attached to credit unions and certainly very affectionate of the Horizon Credit Union. I have no regrets. I believe I've contributed as much as I could over the years. I've seen the credit union develop to a great standing in the community, up and down the coast, where I believe we are probably the local community credit union virtually between Wollongong and Eden on the eastern seaboard. After I joined Wollongong City Council Employees, I became a member of their board in '68 and I became chairman in 1977. I held that for about 7 years. When we merged to become Southern Counties, I was deputy chairman there and became chairman for about 7 or 8 years. I suppose over the years of 44 I've served, probably 12 or 13 as chairman and another 12 or 13 as deputy. We had lots of what we call recessions, which I had to cope with, which meant quick adjustments to interest rates, and no more so than the global financial crisis of 2008-2009. Challenge in form of a shock came in 2005 when our general manager suddenly passed away. That threw quite a shock through the credit union. No one expected it and the credit union had to cope with that. In 1996 the major banks started closing down just country branches and withdrawing their services from all these towns and left people without any financial services. One of the ones affected was at Bernagui, where the local bank, one of the majors, withdrew from town. That left people without any way to do bank transacting. They had to transact at either Narooma or in Bega, which was at least 40 minutes away by car. And we know they're an aged community down there, a lot of retirees, and a lot of people don't have cars. So it meant quite a bit of stress for people in that community. At the time, a community meeting was held. Horizon was approached to form a branch there. We undertook the necessary studies, we did some modelling, risk assessments. We decided to put a branch in there, which is there to this day and has a really high percentage of local people as members of our credit union. No, one could never imagine that. I did not think about it at the start. I can remember in the old days, probably in 1969, 1970, when we reached $1 million, and that was a milestone for the credit union at the time. But since then, like life goes on, we grow, we service. Where's the limit? We're at $260 million now. I can't imagine where it could go from there. Oh, no doubt about that. The various mergers we did over the years. The first one was in 1982 when we merged with Illawarra County Council Credit Union and we formed Southern Counties. At that time we took in the Bega Valley Shire and then in 1995 we completed the merger with Shoalhaven City employees and that enabled us to further expand our services down the coast. More recently the merger with Eurobodalla Credit Union has more or less completed our mission up and down the coast and enabled us to strengthen our branch network and enabled us to provide a terrific range of services to people on the eastern seaboard. Probably that Horizon would continue to prosper up and down the coast. We have an extensive range of branches and I'd like to think that these branches could service a lot more people. I'd like to think also that Horizon would attract a lot more local people. We are the local community credit union in our patch up and down the coast and I'd really like to think that people would give us a try a different form of banking and I'm sure they'd be impressed with the service and the staff and the friendliness we could provide. No doubt I'll miss that. It's taken quite a chunk out of my life, which I really enjoyed. But I'd miss the camaraderie, I'd miss the teamwork. I've always liked working in teams, and we've had some great teams, management and staff at Horizon. Apart from that, it's a bit of an effort, a lot of reading, but I will certainly miss the reading. I'll have a lot of time to devote to other pursuits. May take up reading books instead of credit union business papers.